Okay guys, with the last question on the test that was written, it's a question on grade 11 statistics. It's got to do with ogive curves. So let's read. The number of employees and their years of service at a company is illustrated on the cumulative frequency curve over here. So the independent is the full years of service, cumulative frequency lies over there. Or the horizontal axis, is the full years of service, and that's the cumulative frequency for the service. So let's see. Remember, our graph always has the right point of each interval. Okay? So let me get out there. Our first interval is at 10 and 40. The next one is at 20 and 100. So this is 100, which means that has to be a 60, because 60 plus 40 gives 100. Okay? The next one is 135. The next cumulative frequency, which means we had to have a 35 here so that those two collectively can give us that. Our last tally here is 150. Okay, what does that mean to us? It means that we had to add 15 to 135 to get to 150. So that's our diagram filled in, or our table filled in for 2 marks. It's really very easy, folks. Okay, now the question. What is the percentage of employees? What percentage of employees will have between 20 to 25 full years of service? Okay, now let's go to the graph. There's 20 years of service. There's 100 employees there. Here's 25. There we have 120. Okay, so this is the point 25 and 120. We want to know between 10 and 25. So we go to 10, and for 10 here, which lies over there, I keep on going to 20. 10 is over here, which has a tally of 10 and 40. So to find the percentage of employees, we need to take that cumulative frequency, which is 120. We need to remove from it the 40, so that we don't count these folks in. We're only interested between those two years specifically. Okay? There's a total of 150 people working for this company, and then I need to times this by 100, and then this whole thing will give me the percentage. Okay, so what is this? This is 80 over 150 multiplied by 100 for the percentage. You'll see it gives you 53.33%. Okay, so this here gives us the percentage that we're looking for. So for 5 marks, not a difficult question. Okay, let's have a look at what the next question wants from us. And I'm going to go to my other graph for this question. It says, determine the interquartile range. So what do I need? I need quartile 3, I need quartile 1, so I can find the IQR, showing clearly on the diagram where you read off these values. Okay, so let's go to the diagram. There's our diagram. We have a cumulative frequency of 150, starting from here. The middle of that is 75. Okay, so here is 70 there, 75 is more or less there. Okay, so that's my median value would lie at this point. If I wanted to find my median, I would come down and I can read off what my median value is over there. So this is my second quartile, and I can read off the value. You can see my line is a little bit off there. It's a bit skew. So if I take now the 75 and I divide that by 2, I get 37.5. So there's 30. 37.5 is closer to the 40. Okay, so let's go in with our pink line. We make our way to the ogive from there, and then we make our way down over here to the horizontal axis, and that will be quartile 1. Well, quartile 1 looks like it's going to be 9. Okay, I don't know yet. Let's take that times it by 3, we get to 112,5. Okay, so there's 100, there's 115, no, 110 rather, okay? Then 112 will be just off it. Okay, so I go from there, and I move to my ogive curve, and from there I make my way down, and that is where the value for quartile 3 would be. Okay, so quartile 1 looks like it is more or less at 9, and if I look at quartile 3 seems to be at about 23. Okay, so now I can find my interquartile range. Quartile 1 is approximately 9, quartile 3 is approximately what we worked out, 23. The IQR will be the 23 minus the 9 that we get by our lower quartile, and our result here is a lovely 14. Okay, now the accuracy is not the big thing here, getting an exact 14. I will accept any answer between 13 and 15. What is important is that you showed me where you read it off. That is going to get you the marks here, at least 2 out of the 3. And if your range is where it's supposed to be, then your 3rd mark goes for that. Your last question in this section was asking, what is the modal class for this data? Okay, now the modal class is the data with obviously the highest frequency, or the class with the highest frequency. If I go back and have a look, the highest frequency happens here to be 60, which lies between 10 and 20. So the modal class lies at that point for 1 mark. Okay, folks, I hope that helps you. Sorry for the dogs barking, but yeah, that takes care of question